So, a pleasant afternoon, everyone. I think it's a brilliant time, a brilliant afternoon in Nigeria. So, depending on what part of the world you're watching this live masterclass from, I want to welcome every one of us to yet another episode where we will be talking to experts in the industry. Expert. We have a big fish in the house today, but again, I think he's been a mentor to a lot of our mentors for some of us, and then also of help to the entire animal healthcare and pet industry in Nigeria. So before we move to the main discussion that's around pet care and veterinary services, and before I introduce our big fish in the house today, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, I think it's going to be a perfect time to do so. It's going to be a perfect time to do so. Click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell so that when we bring in experts like this, you will have an opportunity to also participate and then, of course, learn from their wealth of experience. I'm excited today because I think since the inception of these master classes, this is going to be one of the most or one of the exceptional master class that we will have because of the quality of the person coming in. Dr. Abiade Kunle has been a role model in the small animal practice in Nigeria and across Africa. He has dedicated over 30 years of his life caring for pets. And he has become almost like a demigod in that industry. He has trained a lot of veterinarians. He has saved a lot of pets and he has helped a lot of pet owners. So today we will be talking about the pet care industry as it relates to the veterinary services and all you need to know around your pet and how to keep it up and running. I'm going to be introducing Dr. Abiade now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you
doing? Oh, good. Very well. And so on the screen is showing you a beautiful dog. You're hugging the dog. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Your love for pets is very obvious, sir. And we want to welcome you to today's masterclass. So maybe just give us a brief of yourself and then why you decide to love the pets the way you have, and as we can see in the picture.
Okay. My name is Kunle Abiade. I'm a veterinarian, particularly a small animal veterinarian. Some people are saying they cannot click it.
Okay, so if you cannot click it, I think they can just go to our YouTube page. The program is already live, so they will see it live. So you could just go to our YouTube page for people who can't click, and then the program is live. You have it, you see it live. All right, go ahead, sir.
So I'm Kunle Abiade. I love animals. I love plants and animals. And when I decided to choose which course to do, I try to look at the best way to bring the nature out, and that's why I chose veterinary medicine. I take care of animals and also be on an area, and that's with my my plants. And since 1980, yes, since 1980, I've been in this animal health, animal field, and I've been enjoying myself. I love my animals. I don't want fat, so I've dedicated all my life to the care of my beautiful, wonderful animals in different sizes and shapes. either as cats, either as dogs or bigger animals. So I've been enjoying myself. I love them. They love me. Uh, that's the most important thing. That the love is habitual. It's very very unique and reciprocal.
But doctor, you said you've been doing this for about since 1980. You said that's 31 years.
Yes,
Maybe
31 or
everybody.
41.
Oh, that's 41. That's
41.
41. That's 41. And then you're still looking like you just finished from school. I guess everybody. I guess. I guess everybody should be a veterinarian then. It's good to have you there,
Yes,
Doctor
because
Kunle. At the end of this meeting,
if
I'm
you're a
going to be.
veterinarian, you
Go ahead.
I say if you're a veterinarian, what the beautiful thing about being a veterinarian is that you the other doctor in the house. That is a pseudo medical doctor. And then you basically the physiology is the same. And then if you can manage animals, you should be able to manage yourself very well. And so
Whoa.
that's the advantage we have.
Whoa.
But you have two doctors in one.
Doc, when we are done with this master class, I guess we will have to do another one that has to do with taking care of yourself as a vet, because again, a lot of vets will want to look like you. I haven't been through 41 years in practice. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, so now to what we have to do today, the pet care industry. What's your rating around the pet care industry? You've done phenomenal work in Lagos. I'm going to be showing our viewers some of your pictures, the standard you've brought the veterinary practice to, your centers. I'm going to just stay tuned. We're going to be showing some of those pictures. But again, first, what's your rating? How do you see pet care in Nigeria? What do you think about it?
uh, Healthcare in Nigeria has developed phenomenally compared to when we started. When we started, you can the number of people keeping dogs, apart from the expatriates in the 70s, 80s. When I started, we used to manage the expatriates, and when most of them left, we there was a downturn in our clientele. But gradually, in the 80s, 90s, the number of Nigerians owning pets, they've increased and increasing by the day. Now people are even more smaller dogs, the Chihuahuas, the Lhasa Apsos, and even keeping them as pets. Before, what we used to have is people keep their dogs as security dogs. Basically, that's what most people had dogs for. But now the whole culture is changing, and we're having a large number of people, of clients, as female clients. And what are they keeping? They are keeping smaller dogs. And it's so beautiful, it's so wonderful, because that is what we used to have abroad. Okay, and so the pet care industry is changing. The culture is, people are realizing that yes, they could actually keep these animals even within their house, living with them, living on the same bed. I know some clients that their dog sleeps on the same bed with them. We have improved and not tremendously. I can say yes. Nigerians have tried in that area, though we still have some people yet to understand the real pet culture. Some still believe that they buy the dogs for security and dump them somewhere, and they don't take care of them. We still have pockets of that, but generally, I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I believe in the next 20, 30 years, wow, there will have been a lot of improvement in Nigeria.
You know when we're growing up, our parents usually, some kind of discouraging us that, no, why don't you do human medicine? I wish a lot of them are watching and seeing what you've done with the pet industry and the landscape that is changing. I think it's good news for all veterinarians, especially with what you've done.
Yes.
Let me proceed. So, there's this view that if you're in Nigeria, people don't really take care of their pets. As you have just said, the landscape are changing. They feel like in abroad, people have more value for animals. Have you had any terrible client that really didn't take care of their pet properly? And what would you term as a responsible dog owner?
Yeah, we still have pockets, and we still have uh, in terms of population, I will still say yes. We still have about 20-25% of Nigerians still not. Um, I have seen cases where people abandon their dogs. I've seen, and I still see it. People feed bones to their dogs as if that's what they should do. These are myths that they grew up with. I still see people not very caring to their. We still have pockets, and I get so sometimes mad with such people. I really I I I don't like it. When I was growing up, when I even sell dogs, I would never sell dog to you, or will not. I'll never allow you to have a dog through our practice if we don't even come to your house to check your house. So we are so strict like that. So we have pockets of that. It's and even the unfortunate thing is that we're now having a lot of people into breeding, and they're not understanding what the breeding culture is all about. And they are still buy dogs and put them in small cages. Or imagine somebody having 20 dogs in one house, putting them in small cages. They are not having regular exercise and not. So we still have such. And whenever we see such, we really advise them. We're still doing a lot of advocacy that such should not be encouraged. We are talking to even breeders and associations to really improve on that aspect. So we still have pockets of that. You will continue to say it. Some people even want to keep lions in their in their houses. So we see cases like that which we don't like at all.
All right. So on the screen currently, it's showing you looking at a microscope, trying to. I really don't know what you're doing there, but you've raised the standard of veterinary practice in Nigeria. What inspired you to invest this much in it?
Wow, yeah, it's one when I was living when I was graduating um, in 1986. I we were told to write our what will will become in years after graduating. So, and I wrote in my yearbook, my own column, that I want to have the best animal hospital in Nigeria. That was my dream, the best, and that has been my driving force. And I believe that, and having traveled, even when before I entered the animal school, the vet school, I went abroad, and my visit was to visit clinics and hospitals in UK. And the dream, the visuals I saw at that time stuck in my brain. And every time I keep on looking at that, how can we improve? How can we improve? And without having such facilities in Nigeria, you cannot do it. So every opportunity to improve and to invest in diagnostic equipment. As of today, at least, PetCare has one of the best diagnostic outfits to help in the diagnosis of animals. And we don't. It's not just for us, but for the whole industry. People come over and brings different dogs for digital X-ray, ultrasonography, the best in Nigeria, you know. So it is a burning desire to ensure that our dogs, our cats, our animals receive the best medical care
So
money
so
can buy.
so I think after watching this, all veterinarians listening will have to go and redefine their goal, because if we have everybody trying in his or her niche to raise the standard of veterinary practice in Nigeria, we could go a long way. You've done an amazing job, sir. Sir, there are quite a handful of pet owners also
Thank you very
listening
much.
to this. What will you term as a responsible dog owner?
For you to be a responsible dog owner, you know, it starts from when you want to acquire your pets, whether a cat, a dog, a rabbit. In my house, I have a rabbit. You know, whatever pet you desire to have, there must be what is the reason why you want to have them. So if you have the reason, then it will drive your ability to be a responsible pet owner. And you must be, I will just mention some of them. One, you must be ready to love that animal.
Exactly.
You must be ready to love that animal. The second one is you must be able to develop, you must be ready to feed that animal very well, that pet very well. You must be ready to house. Your house must be good, not just put a cage outside. My dog sleeps within our house, not outside. I allow them to sleep within in the sitting room. They can come and sleep in our rooms. That's what I love. You must be ready to socialize your dog. You don't want a dog that will be barking uncontrollably or attacking people uncontrollably. You must train and socialize that pet. It's a dog. You must socialize. We've had cases of dogs attacking people. If you have socialized the dog very well, it won't be attacking anyhow. You must be ready to schedule veterinary care visits at appropriate time. Not that they will give you an appointment and you not go. You must be ready to organize good. If you want to breed, it must be a good animal or dog or cat at every breeding season. That is really strong. You must be able to show to that animal that he is your best friend. It must be your best friend. If you don't regard that animal as your best friend, you don't have any reason in keeping any dog or any cat or any animal for that reason. I I play with my rabbit every day. He comes and he plays with me, and that is even a lower animal. So if you have a parrot, you must be your parrot must be able to eat from your hand. It must not bite you. That is what makes you a responsible pet owner. And once we start doing that, the whole landscape will change. Everybody will be a dog loving person. We have many pet owners, but we don't have many dog loving or pet loving owners.
Oh, wow. So before we proceed, but I think I want to reiterate the last point you just made, that we have quite a lot of dog owners, but not so much of pet loving owners. I'm going to be asking shortly what laws, because I think if there are real laws that can get people punished when they probably act in a manner that is wrong to animals in Nigeria or in Africa, I guess it's going to go a long way. But before I ask that question, please, if you're watching, make comments. Pop said, "Good afternoon, all." Alex Jude said, "Kudos to Dr. Kunle Abiade, worthy mentor and father." You can see, Dr. Kunle, that it's not just me that alone that admires you. Quite a handful. Nice presentation. Dr. Abiade is a vet genius and legend in Nigeria. Thank you very much for that vet care. We have Kabal Vet say, "Thank you, sir, for inspiring all of us." What I want you to do is to drop your comments on the comment box. Tell us exactly also where you are listening from, so that we have a view of where our audience are. And then if you have good words, I know Dr. Kunle Abiade has inspired quite a handful of us. I'm going to be reading that out. Okay, so we have more comments coming in. Just keep coming in. It's nice having my mentor here, Dr. Kunle Abiade. Thank you so very much. So, Dr. Kunle, are there laws specifically that hinders people from maltreating, in quotes, animals in Nigeria? Are you aware of any?
Yeah, we have some dog laws, but unfortunately, some of them are now aged. But currently in Lagos, for instance, now there is a new dog law coming up now, and the new dog law is going to define responsible dog ownership or pet ownership, and it's very stringent. It is very comprehensive, and we believe that so many other states, either though we have been using a dog law that is so, it was handed over to us by our colonial masters. Um, the the fines are very, it's like a slap on the hand, you know, because at that time they believe that people should be responsible. So that one is being repealed now, and a new one that's as of assembly, and we are believing that very, very soon it will come up. It's going to change a lot of things. It's going to change a lot of the way we behave and the way we manage our pets in Lagos. And I'm believing that other states will take cue from it and also adopt, or will be able to take to the National Assembly, to also pass a national dog law that will, or pet law that will encompass the whole of Nigeria.
So I look forward to that time.
Yeah.
Amokwe Olubanke said he's a role model worthy of emulation from Abeokuta. So your tentacles is not just in Lagos, it's also across. So please keep the comments coming. Let's have more of the comment. So are veterinarians scarce?
Scarce? No. I don't think we are scarce for the number of, for the landscape we are occupying. More veterinarians are being churned out from our 11 colleges of of veterinary medicine. The only thing that is scarce is a quality of veterinarians. You know, that some may not. Veterinarians we play critical roles in different areas. You know, in environmental, in research, in business, in public health. So we're so diverse, and so some veterinarians now believe that, um, they believe that clinical practice is very, very difficult and very time consuming. So some of them move to other areas like agribusiness, uh, public health, and they don't want to practice in the clinical area. So that may make it, you can then regard that as being scarce. But we have a lot of them in different other roles, playing good roles in Nigeria, and we applaud them for that. But we still want many of them to fall in love with animal clinical practice and contribute their quota, so that we now have a lot of charlatans now. We have a lot of quacks that are now using that opportunity to invade our constituency, our practice, and they are causing a lot of harm to our industry, to pets. Some of them are I can see, because they saw that there's a lacuna being created by not having enough clinicians, and they are now taking undue advantage. But veterinary practice is a professional area that, for you to involve yourself in such a practice, you must be well trained. You must be well detailed to do that. So those people that are thinking that they will continue to have something in that area, we're telling them no. Our veterinary council is they are, it has been redefined, and we have new board, and they are doing a good job, and they're going to sniff most of them out very, very soon.
All right. So I think you just touched an important chord, but we have quite a handful of comments. Our guy here does not condone mediocrity. Awesome. It's great to hear. I celebrate a grandfather in veterinary practice, Dr. Abiade. Dr. Latunji Nasri says, okay, our guy, that's the one that said our guy does not condone mediocrity. Master of perfection. Oluwaseun Rashid, Dr. Rashid from Deep Prayer Vetcare, Dr. Abiade, inspiring, glorious role model. Oh, fantastic. Keep your comments coming. Let's know where you're calling from. Quackery is a big issue,
Thank
sir.
you.
Quackery is a big issue. And it dents the quality of pet care and veterinary practice. In your over 40 years experience in veterinary practice, how do you think we can curb this quackery and improve the standard of pet care? Because we have a lot of people who call themselves doctor. In fact, the title doctor now, it's almost like everybody has it. I was in a public bus one particular time, and then somebody came up, and then he said he's a doctor. This is causing a lot of chaos in the pet care industry. So we don't know who is a doctor and who is not a doctor. How do we curb quackery and improve the standard of pet care in Nigeria? Quite a handful of veterinarians are listening to you and watching and making comments. And since we all regard you as a role model in the industry, this is one moment where you could advise us and shape the industry by your comments. Go ahead, Dr. Abiade.
I think the first way to really curb quackery, and I'm going to be very blunt, is one, when we veterinarians we improve ourselves. We don't behave like a mediocre. A quack is a mediocre. Maybe he worked under a vet. He saw the doctor giving injection. Then he believed that yes, that injection can work for this, can work for that. And after leaving that practice, he will go about, doing the same things. Sometimes they get away with it, sometimes they succeed, but they don't know why they are doing it. So I talk to my colleagues. If a client comes to me, the first thing I want to show that client is that yes, I want to show that client that I'm a vet. The way I handle the pet, the way I examine, the way I do some other auxiliary examination, the way I comport myself, the way I talk to the person, the way I relate academically, and sensibly with that person, then the person will look at me and say, I think this guy is a qualified person. So if everybody, but if a client comes to you as even as a vet, and within 5 minutes you cannot even discuss well, and within 5 minutes you brought your injections and you are jabbing, and you have not even examined, you have not auscultated, you have not done what you're supposed to do, and you call yourself a vet, if the guy meets another person who behave the same way you behaved, the man will not be able to differentiate who is a doctor and who is a quack. Both of you are the same. So the first way to prevent quackery is for vets to raise the bar, to improve their own point of care, improve the way they practice. And when they do that, definitely our clients go to their doctors. And when they go to their doctors, they know who a good doctor. But when we behave like a quack, then there won't be any reason. So owners also know them, because the owners and the pet owners are now getting sophisticated. Now, even before they come to you, they have Googled. They sometimes they have an idea about what is happening. I've seen some of them really take you, if you're not careful, to the cleaners. They will ask you probing questions. Doctor, don't you think that this is what is wrong with my dog? If you are not sure of what the clinical sign is, you may be off your balance. So we need to train and retrain ourselves as vets and ensure that we offer an almost excellent service. With that, you can show to the whole world that I am the real vet. That other guy is a quack. And that other guy is young. If you as a vet are doing the same thing, then we are not helping the profession. Quacks can be eliminated. We can get rid of them. Now we even have breeders. Breeders believing that they are vets and they are doing terrible. So we have two types of quacks now. We have those who practice under us. Maybe they were vet assistants, they were vet attendants, even cleaners who worked under us and left. But now the refined quacks are the breeders. They treat the animals, and they also go about treating other people's dogs. We see what they do. We see the heinous crimes they are committing, and we see the horrible consequences. A client came to me, and this breeder, this quack of a breeder, was injuring these assemblants, very expensive dogs, and this guy was just jabbing them with injection, and he paralyzed about 3 of the puppies. And I asked the guy, what? This problem was serious. He Googled and he came to us. We x-rayed, we did everything, we did blood work, and we told him, this is what has happened to your dog. Now see what your ignorance has led you. He said he thought the guy was a vet. Unfortunately, it was not. So we are going after them, and because ours is a professional course, and if you must come into it, you must be fully trained. Very, very soon, will be some of them going to share, some of them will be they're very reprimanded, and we're just using the opportunity to tell them that it's better for them to stop and change their ways. If not, even the vets are not excusable. We have a council that is ready to reprimand any erring vet who misbehaves. So vets, our council is really reformed now. Thank you.
So I think that's phenomenal. Uh, I think it's a call for all veterinary doctors to follow exactly what you've done and improve the quality of pet care that we have in Nigeria, raising the standards. Because once the standards are raised, it's easier for people who patronize some of these quack to immediately spot the difference. You know, one of the key things you said that really struck a chord was that, you know, you can't just get a dog can't just come into the clinic and immediately you have brought your bottles of injection and you're jabbing without thorough examination. And I think so again, if you don't do thorough examination, you can't really call yourself a doctor. You are a quack. So what I will ask,
Exactly.
okay, I see a couple of comments. True, I remember when I was serving. All right, so that's people affirming the fact that there are quacks everywhere. Thank you very much, sir, for giving yourself to human, impacting the younger generation. Dr. Kunle Abiade, you've done so well. Most of the client knows, but those quack charge lesser. And then, okay, so maybe let's talk about this that somebody has brought. I'm going to be picking just two questions from the chat bot. So if you have a question that Dr. Kunle Abiade should pay attention to, please just let me know. Currently, we can see the comment box, so just ask. But sometimes, some people say one of the reasons why they don't patronize vets, qualified vets like yours, is because they pay through their nose. What will you say to people like that?
Wow. It's now if um, if you know the amount of money people spend on purchasing their dogs now, do you believe that people bring in dogs into Nigeria for over ₦1 million, ₦2 million, and even buying a locally bred dog is 50K for average size dogs. For average size dogs, about 150. If you buy a dog for ₦150,000 and then you are saying that a vet is charging you so much money, it doesn't make any sense. Really, I don't think we charge so much. Only we charge for every vet now, even the running cost of a practice is so enormous that most of us are not even breaking even. If you sit down to calculate your overhead charges and your profit, you do your profit and loss analysis. Some of us are not even breaking it. But a quack is a one-man show. It doesn't have overhead. It never it's just moving from one place to the other, transmitting diseases from one client to the other, and it has no responsibility for even to the pets. So some people may say that, but anyone saying that, I think is foolish, because I see them every day. Our house is like a referral hospital, so we see cases that have been messed up. And who did this? Oh, and by the time they're saying it, you know that it's a quack. So I don't think it is right for anybody to say that we charge more. We just charge commensurate to the professional service that we give. It is a matter of, if you buy a Mercedes Benz, if you buy a Mercedes Benz, will you take it to a roadside mechanic to repair? I don't think anybody would do that. I don't think I would do it. So it depends on the value you place on your animal. When you place a good value on your animal, then you take it to the best place.
I think you're absolutely right in that regard. Really, very right. Because, you know, some people, out of the the habit of trying to save, they've killed their they've
Yeah.
lost their love pets. And you know, these days we see a lot of clients with a lot of emotional attachment to their pets. I've seen someone brought a cat to the clinic, and then for some reason uh, we lost the cat, and you could see her sob emotionally.
Yeah.
It's a call for
Yes.
us all in this industry, first as a pet owner, to ensure that we give quality service to our pets,
Yeah.
ensure that we are responsible pet owner, to vets
Yeah.
out there, ensure that you upgrade the quality. You know, Dr. Abiade has been more like a standard we all look up to ensure that we bring up the quality of our veterinary service to to beef up the practice of pet care and ensure we can meet up with the standard the world has kept in the industry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Kunle, I think there's still one more group we've not spoken to. I see a question. Let me bring up the question on the screen so that we can read it together. Someone said, my question is, how do we as vet prevent training? Okay, so let's leave that. I saw a question around training of vets, and I believe you can use this moment to talk to people who people in the university who train vets, and also use the same stone to talk to policy makers who make laws for the industry. What would be your most professional advice for the school who train vets to take care of these pets, and then for government, people in government who make policies or laws to protect these pets? Go ahead, sir.
Huh. This is very um, very loaded. Seriously, our training needs to be upgraded. Our training needs to be taken to the next level, because a professional course is it is not domiciled in a particular region. You can be trained in Nigeria and you can be US to practice, and the training should be universal. Unfortunately, our training in Nigeria, we are not at par with other developing or developed countries. We have human resources to teach, but we don't even have the necessary equipment to train our these professionals. And because of that, we are having a lot of um, hiccups in our training. We have about 11, 11, 11 veterinary colleges, and not one of them, not one can boast of a CT scan, an MRI, and most of them cannot even boast, and I don't even see one of them with a digital X-ray. Whereas you go to some schools in US, private schools, I went to one, and I was shown their MRI, the CT scan, even uh, detailed surgical suits for large animals, for small animals. They are lacking in our training. Our grades not comparable with their with graduates from abroad, and that makes me very, very unhappy. We are to go through a long process of retraining ourselves. And that's why I keep on telling but the mere fact that you have graduated from university does not make you think that you should sit on your hours and that is the level you should attain. No. I know how much it costs me and some other people to train ourselves every year. We go abroad, we go to schools, to learn new things. And it's unending. As I am now, I'm still undergoing online courses in radiology, in different in surgery. I'm still paying dollars to go through that. And so we know that we have a challenge with our policymakers who believe that a veterinary college or training is just like a zoology or botany. They are not the same. This is a strict professional course. And many of our universities, they don't have the resources to train and buy enough equipment. But because of political reasons, they are setting up colleges, which they don't have any reason to do. It sickens me. I've been a member of the council, and I've fought and fought and fought this. Most of our colleges should be closed down and reduced to about 3 or 4 with fully loaded, kitted equipment, such that they did in South Africa. They merged all the veterinary schools to one and made that one the standard one. We don't even have one veterinary college that is standard in Nigeria. Not one that is standard. In terms of equipment, sophisticated equipment, we don't have. We see so many cases, individual cases that we're supposed to investigate to the whole law, but we can't because we don't have a simple MRI or CT scan to do good investigations. So that is what we need. We need to improve. It sickens me, it does my heart when I see some of these problems. We have invested a lot of money I'm still looking for money to buy a CT scan and MRI. But even if I buy, who will patronize? So it is when you don't even get the training in the school, then how will you use it? How will you practice what you have not been trained? Except you are ready to retrain yourself. So I'm encouraging every vet professional to ensure that he holds on to retraining and retraining program. And that's why we have an association called Savan, and our major responsibility is retraining and training veterinarians, especially in small animal practice, because we know that we have a deficiency in that area, and the only solution to a deficiency is to ensure that you cure, you manage that deficiency, you improve that aspect of deficiency. We know we have it. This is a challenge, but
Wow, Dr. Kunle Abiade, how time flies. You know, I was just checking our time and it's already 45 minutes, and I see quite a handful of questions in the comment box. So what you would do for us, for everybody listening, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep your questions coming. We're going to be engaging Dr. Abiade that after this live broadcast, he's also going to be going on those comment box and offering useful advice or response to those comments. But on a final note, Dr. Kunle, good thing that people see you as a role model. Good thing that you've spent over 4 decades in this industry. Good thing that you're also willing to come on meetings like this to share and offer your years of experience to help build the pet care industry. How can you be reached, and will you accept an invitation to be a mentor? If someone listening, watching this video, wants to be your mentee, how do we go about that on the final notes?
Yeah, I've been a mentor to so many. I know that I have trained directly or indirectly over 250 vets. Um, I'm still a trainer. I'm still a lecturer in a postgraduate college. So I'm still mentoring a lot, and my door is open. My door is open at any time. My numbers are open. Anybody can contact me. I will never turn you down. Um, until I die, I will continue to mentor people. Even if I retire, which I'm planning to do, I will still continue to mentor, continue to teach, continue to impact myself, other people in a profession. I my major um, my major concentration in life, hope, aspiration to see my profession get to the level or the same level that you can compare Nigeria to UK trained veterinarian or a US trained veterinarian. Until we get to that level, I will not rest. I will not rest. And that is my prayer that we will get to that level. Thank you.
Wow, wow. People, viewers, that's like an open check to improve your experience and add over 4 decades of experience to yours. So if I were you, I'll subscribe to the Farmalad YouTube channel, click on the notification button, keep your comments coming, and more importantly, you can also request for his contact and we can also get it to you. It's open, he's willing, and then he has the stuff to ensure that we improve and raise the standard of pet care in Nigeria. Dr. Kunle Abiade, my team and I are very grateful to you for coming on this masterclass, and we hope to also catch you in more subsequent editions, maybe talking about some other specific things that the community can learn from you. Thank you, and then if you have a final word, what will it be, Doctor?
Wow, it's that. Thank you very much, from a lot for these highly um, interesting opportunity to tell people about pet care. And our prayer, our wish, aspiration is that our pet care industry will be much improved, will be more sophisticated, and that all animals in Nigeria will receive the best care
Exactly.
that they deserve. That all everyone involved in providing healthcare services in Nigeria should do so um, with love, with humaneness, with sophistry, and that so that our clients can enjoy our services, and and the pets too will receive best care. Our role is to reduce pain from our animals, and we should not even afflict them with any. And that with God on our side, our pet industry, our pet culture will improve tremendously. That people from abroad will know, praise us for the improvements, even though they say they look at us as good. But when you start seeing this improvement, and a lot of people are contributing a lot. I have seen a lot of improvement in even those I have trained, those I've mentored, and they are putting on their best. I'm so happy for them, and I doff my heart for them. At least if I go to my grave, I know so many people are coming behind, and they will continue. People like Tunji, people like Tola Jadi, Tunji Nasir, Amitola Jadi, and so many other people that have interacted with me. They are they are holding the flag flying very well, and I'm impressed with what they are doing. So I'm believing that in some good few years to come, a lot of improvement, a lot of changes will be seen in this industry, and everybody will be happy. And finally, I want every vet so to regard themselves, to be proud of this profession. Be proud of this profession. Some of them are not proud. When they ask them, are you a vet? They say, no, I'm a doctor. I'm always happy to say I'm a vet. I will die being a vet. I love what I do. It has put me in the best terrestrial that I have attained, and I am happy with what I'm doing, and I want every one of us to be happy. To be happy that you are contributing your own quota to the betterment and improvement of your profession. And once you do that, this profession will be greater, the clients will be appreciative, and even our animals will love us. Thank you very much.
Brilliant! Thank you so very much. Somebody's already asking how they can intern in your place. Well, jokingly, anyway, you pay a fee to us. But you know, one of the things I know is that it's almost always willing once you show the commitment and the seriousness. Dr. Kunle, you're a model, you're a role model, you're an inspiration, you're God sent. And we will continue to follow you and love you, and also thank God for bringing people like you into the pet care industry. So, to all pet owners listening, watching, be a responsible pet owner. To all veterinarians, you need to raise your standard and love your profession. To the institution, we also need to raise the standard of training. And then, of course, to policy makers, lawmakers, we need to understand that where there's no law, there's no offense. Enabling the right law to ensure that the pet industry grows is of priority. Thank you, everyone. And then I will see us in the comment box where we'll be responding to your comments. See you next. Thank you, Dr. Kunle Abiade. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you, too.